Have you ever looked at someone successful and wondered, what do they have that I don't? They walk into a room and own it. They speak with ease, make moves with confidence, and chase their goals like they were born for it. And then there's you. You want to move forward. You try, you hope, but there's something inside that keeps whispering, you're not enough. You'll mess it up. You're not like them. So you shrink. You stay small. You call it being realistic. But deep down, it hurts, because part of you knows you're capable of more. So let's talk about something no one tells you. Success isn't about talent. It's about your mindset. It's about what happens inside your head long before anything ever happens out in the world. Here's the truth. Talent might get you noticed, but mindset is what keeps you in the game. Because when life gets hard, and it will, when doors close, when plans fall apart, when you start doubting everything you ever believed in, talent won't be what saves you. Your mindset will. Your mindset is the way you talk to yourself in the dark. It's the stories you believe when no one is clapping for you. It's your emotional backbone. People don't fail because they weren't born with talent. They fail because they were never taught how to believe in themselves when it mattered most. Most of our beliefs about success don't actually come from us. They come from childhood, from society, from pain. Maybe you were told growing up, don't be too loud, be careful, don't get your hopes up. Only smart people succeed. So you began to fear failure more than you craved growth. You associated mistakes with shame. You internalized rejection as personal proof you weren't enough. And now, you hesitate. You overthink. You settle for less, not because you're lazy, but because you're afraid of what trying and failing might do to your already fragile self-worth. That's not talent. That's trauma. That's mindset shaped by wounds. Let me say something you might need to hear. You're not broken. You're not lazy, unmotivated, or unworthy. You've just been protecting yourself. Your mind has been trained to avoid pain. And to your brain, risk, failure, or visibility, they all feel like pain. So when an opportunity shows up, instead of reaching out and grabbing it, you shrink back. You procrastinate. You say, I'm not ready. I'll try later. I'm just not that type of person. But none of that is the truth. It's just your old wiring. It's fear, disguised as caution. It's self-protection, disguised as self-doubt. And here's the hard part. If you don't recognize this pattern, you'll repeat it your entire life. Now here's where everything begins to change. What if success isn't about being ready? What if it's about showing up even when you're not? What if success isn't about never failing, but about choosing to grow after you do? What if it's not about being perfect, but being committed? Mindset isn't about faking confidence. It's about building emotional safety within yourself. So when things go wrong, and they will, you don't collapse. You don't give up. You say, I can learn. I can adapt. I can keep going. And that's where people separate. Not at the starting line, but when things get messy. So how do you build a mindset that supports success? Here's the truth. It's not glamorous. It's not overnight, but it is possible. Talk to yourself like someone you care about, not someone you criticize. Your inner voice becomes your inner world. Learn to see failure as feedback. You're not being rejected. You're being redirected. Every no is making space for the right yes. Challenge your beliefs, especially the ones that limit you. Ask, is this fear or fact? Because most of what's holding you back isn't even real. Surround yourself with growth, not just comfort. People, environments, and content that make you stretch, not shrink. Practice courage in small ways. Every little brave thing adds up. That email you sent, that idea you shared. Every tiny action is a vote for the kind of person you're becoming. And what would happen if you stopped waiting to be talented enough and started believing that you are capable enough right now? What would change if you gave yourself permission to fail, to grow, to evolve without shame? Because at the end of the day, you are not limited by your talent. You are only limited by what you believe about yourself. And beliefs can change. Mindsets can shift. You are never stuck. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the most talented. You just have to believe, I am worth showing up for. I will not abandon myself this time. And when that becomes your mindset, success stops being something far away and starts being something you carry inside. That's where it begins. That's where it always begins.